Today we're talking about fiber. The catchphrase for the day is unleash the fibers within, because yes, there are two. We've been told time and time again from friends and family, your doctor, make sure you eat your fiber. What we're not told as often is that there are in fact two types of fiber. And these fibers have called soluble and insoluble fiber. They're better for different types of bodies. So what we're going to talk about today is what is fiber, what are these two types of fiber, where can we find them, who are they best for, and then we're going to end with a comprehensive review of how you can get this into your daily routine. So let's get right into it. Starting back at the basics, we have our three macronutrients. We have protein, carbohydrate, and fat. These are the three basics, and when we eat a carbohydrate, we know that we are eating a food which is either very starchy or very sugary. Examples of a carbohydrate include fruit or starchy vegetables such as carrots or sweet potatoes, things like that. And then also things that are based on grain. So anything made out of wheat or corn or rice, you can assume goes into that carbohydrate category. So if you eat the carbohydrate, your body is going to break it down and spread it out into your body as energy so that we can do what we're doing right now, talking about carbohydrates, loving fibers, but there are elements that are left inside your body after that energy distribution because your body can't break down all the pieces of carbohydrate. And so this is what a fiber is. The fiber is the element of your carbohydrate that is left in the body after digestion. And before we go into the functions of soluble fiber versus insoluble fiber, I want to give a disclaimer right now and say that soluble fiber and insoluble fiber are the ways we have been classifying fiber for the last long time. Very exact measurement I'm giving you. There is discussion in the research about calling them viscous and non-viscous fibers, fermentable and non-fermentable fibers. There's really good reasons to use these classifications, and those reasons are beyond the scope of this video because most of the resources out there, even lots of hospitals, are still using insoluble and soluble fiber terminology. I'm going to use those for this video as well. Soluble fiber acts as a sponge in the gut. What I mean by that is that soluble fiber acts as a slowing agent. So it forms this gel-like substance in your gut and kind of slows down how fast things move through there. This is really good if you're someone who has loose stools, or if you have frequent runs to the bathroom, or if you have diarrhea. This is a really good thing for you because it kind of just slows things down so that you can absorb it better. This is also really good if you have diabetes, because there's been research linking the fact that soluble fiber slows how quickly things are absorbed in your body. It also reduces how much your blood sugar actually spikes when you're eating things that are rich in sugars and other types of carbohydrates, which is something that a diabetic has to be careful about. This has also been linked in research to help those with high cholesterol, because cholesterol, soluble fiber will bind onto that cholesterol and escort it out of the body without having to be absorbed, which is, of course, very oversimplified. Good resources of soluble fiber are oats, barley, dried beans and peas, certain fruits and vegetables such as applesauce, strawberries, potatoes, citrus, and prunes. At the end of this video, don't worry, I'm going to give you a great resource you can use to find out, is my food high in soluble or insoluble fiber? So just hold on to the end of the video for that. Insoluble fiber, consequently, does the exact opposite of soluble fiber. So insoluble fiber actually helps to bulk up the stool, which increases how quickly it goes through your system, and this is going to be really good for someone who commonly experiences constipation because it gets things moving through you. Good food sources of insoluble fiber include fruits with skin on, uncooked vegetables, nuts, legumes, brown rice and whole grain pastas or breads or baking flour. So now that we kind of have a understanding of the difference between soluble and insoluble fiber, soluble meaning it's gonna slow down the amount of time it goes through your system, and insoluble meaning it's gonna quicken up the amount of time it goes through your system, let's talk about how we can incorporate it on a daily level into our life. Trying to incorporate dietary fiber, the type that's best for you, starts by knowing how much fiber you should be eating. The amount of fiber you need depends on the gender you're born into and also your age. So I'm going to assume that we're all in the same age range, which of course is not true, but I'm just going to say it for the purpose of this video. If you want to find your exact recommended amount, I would go to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics in Google and just give a search there. But for this video, we're going to say that everyone should be eating about 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. And then you want to think, okay, am I someone that frequently has constipation? In which case you'd want to focus on insoluble fiber sources, or are you someone that struggles with loose stool, in which case you want to focus on soluble fiber sources. If you aren't frequently in either of these band camps, then go ahead and eat a rich source of both insoluble and soluble fiber. They're both going to be great for your system for different reasons that are beyond the scope of this video. The next step is going to be to take a look at your grocery store list before you head out to the grocery store and compare it with the link that I'm going to post in the description below. But by using this resource, all you have to do is look up the foods that you have on your grocery store list. So anything that is a vegetable, anything that's a fruit, anything that is a grain, so anything made from corn or wheat or rice. Total fiber is made up of insoluble and soluble fiber, but you want to pick the best one for your body, and the best one's going to be whatever number is higher. So if you're someone that has constipation, you want to choose a food that has the higher number of insoluble fiber as opposed to a higher number of soluble fiber. And this website does a great job of listing it out.
You can see here we're on the home page of this website. You can see it lists total fiber, then insoluble fiber, then soluble fiber. We're going to scroll down here to blueberries. And you can see blueberries are mostly insoluble fiber at 3.5 over soluble fiber at 0.4. So blueberries are a major insoluble fiber source.
This takes a little more work in the beginning because you're getting to know what foods are better for your body type. And of course, like any new skill, it takes more time and intention. So what I recommend is break this down on a weekly level. Pick a day when you're going to sit down and write out your grocery store list. And then right after, you're going to look it up on this website. You could even look at this website and then make your grocery store list. I understand that not everyone wants to do that much work. So either you could talk to your dietitian about an eating plan for you, or you could do my next tip. Well, if you're someone that prefers a lot less work to make healthy changes, then I'm going to put up a few slides in a minute. Easy ways that you can incorporate insoluble, basically just more fiber into your diet. So you won't really know is this more insoluble or soluble, but the trade-off you get for not knowing that is that this is a lot less work for you. Great, so that is it. I hope that you're feeling confident about approaching fiber after this video. If you have any questions, of course, leave the comments in the comment section, and make sure you take a look at the description for the links that I mentioned during this video. I will see you all next time.